I try to keep it down a little lower, too. Okay, game restart. We'll just have to clip off the beginning of that video. Welcome to Game Grammar, everybody. Oh, what a great start for the episode. At least I started early, so now we're just starting on time. If you were here at the beginning of the video and you saw me just looking at things quietly for a little while, what I'm trying to do this episode, normally we go through in Japanese, a video game in Japanese, and we're like trying to analyze it and learn from it. And a big part of that, as I said, as I always say, is, you know, you look at the transcript and you, or not that you don't have to look at the transcript, but, you know, you're actually like looking at the dialogue and you're breaking it apart and you're studying it and you're figuring out how does this work, why does this work, and a lot of that is learning the grammar. And there's two bits of grammar that really jumped out at me in this episode. They're kind of N1 grammar pieces. I can't hear any of the audio for the game. This is so weird. Why can't I hear anything? But apparently it's working for everyone else. If it's working for everyone else, I'm just not going to worry about it. I can handle that. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. Please let me know in the chat if things stop working. Anyways, part of it is like looking at the grammar, and I wanted to try at the beginning of the episode examining some grammar points and talking about them and how they work. That way, when we see them in the episode, it'll be like, aha, cha-ching. And maybe we'll go over them at the end of the episode, too. So, the first one is this tomoaro, which is kind of like, it's how you regard someone. And it's like you're listing sort of like for someone of your stature. Like, this one has kind of like anyone who calls themselves a parent. Like, oya tomoaro mono. So mono is like person and oya is parent. So oya tomoaro mono, anyone who calls themselves a parent, someone who is regarded as a parent. And you're sort of setting this standard expectation of behavior. And then you have kodomo ga warui koto o shita toki ni kichin to shikaru beki da, which is kind of roughly translates to should properly discipline their children when they behave. Yeah, when the child does something bad, they should properly scold them, kind of thing. So that's tomoaro, which we're going to see later. And there's a whole bunch of different ones. This is JLPT which I don't use a ton, but like I found it like today and a couple days ago, and I was like, oh, this is nice. It has examples and it has like descriptions. Grammar point is often used to surprise and or judge some person in the group. So considering some of this position, they should not do this. And yeah, it does kind of have that. I have in my personal notes as I wrote them down, kind of. You're elevating someone's status kind of almost for the purpose of degradation. Like, if you do not meet this standard, you are doing a bad job, kind of thing. And we're going to see that later on in this episode. The second big N1 grammar point that we see in this episode is dearo. It is dearoto. We're going to see it as daroto, but it's similar, just a little more casual when you see the dearo as daro. But here we see, like, dare de aro to, like whoever, doko de aro to, wherever, nan de aro to, whatever. So it's very similar to when we see a demo, like a doko de aro to, so wherever kind of thing. And this had a nice example sentence. I used this one, yeah. Dono daigaku de aro to. So it's kind of dono daigaku de mo, like it doesn't matter which one, whichever one you choose. And then, shingaku saki ga kimatte hotto shita, like, I decided it and I am relieved kind of thing. The hotto suru is kind of to be relieved of someone feeling relieved. So these are just things I really wanted to point them out, kind of highlighting them so that when we see them, hopefully we can really dive on in and start realizing how they're working. That's the idea. Anyways, please let me know in the comments or on Twitter or in the chat if you think that is helpful. Kind of end of the episode or whenever we see it, if you're like, oh yeah, seen it before, being kind of primed for it, help me understand it here. It's just something I want to try out, you know, things always worth trying out. And let's go to that part that we missed, right back to where we started. Oh, Mega Brilliant working with 0.5 frames per second, that's not good. It doesn't say I'm dropping frames. I don't know. Maybe it's just an internet issue for me right now. I don't know. I'm sorry. Anyways, 侵入者発見、死ぬ気で退治します. So, 侵入者 is invader. It's literally the kanji are like invasion and entry and in person. So, 侵入者, 侵入者. So it's just like invader, trespasser kind of thing. And hakken is like discovery or detection. So it's like intruder detected kind of thing. 侵入者発見。死ぬきで退治します。So 退治 is kind of interesting. The kanji is kind of like a cleanliness kind of thing, but really it's kind of more of an extermination listed here, and that's pretty consistent with other dictionaries that I found. But, you know, exterminating, cleansing in a sense. So 退治します, I will 退治する, 退治します is more polite. But it's I will exterminate you kind of thing. And 死ぬきで, so 死ぬ is like, 死ぬ is to die, ki is like energy, spirit kind of thing. So with a dying spirit, and he's not literally gonna die, but it's more like a zenryoku or honki kind of thing, where you're putting all of your effort into it. You're putting so much effort that you could die kind of thing. Like, 死ぬきで退治します. So I'm gonna exterminate you with all my might kind of thing. I'm gonna exterminate you, and I'm gonna work so hard that it's gonna kill me. That's kind of the idea. Huh. For some reason, the frame rate is back to the normal 10 frames per second for Pokemon. Aw, one guy said, I discovered your channel today and learned a lot. Thanks, keep it up. I plan on keeping it up. Thank you very much. What is... I think my computer's just having a conniption fit today. If Pokemon's not going well. Yeah, I see that on my... I really don't know what's going on, folks. I'm sorry. We're just gonna try to power through this today, I think. Because unfortunately, bad frame rate's not fun, but we can still analyze the Japanese even without it. So, gonna power through today, I guess, and I'll try to figure out what's going on for future videos. Anyways, Dagutorio, and we've got our Jigarude Grand Force. If it's really bad and people are like, no, this is unwatchable, please let me know, because I'm assuming that it's, like, tolerable. We're not here for the, stunning footage. If you want that, you can go to other streams, I guess. I don't know. We're here to learn. Jigarude wa, home ni 1324 kekenshi or something like that? Yeah. I try to say the numbers out loud just to, keep them fresh in my mind, otherwise I read them in English. So, ヌメールを繰り出そうとしているポケモンで入れ替えますか? はい、ヌメールとは、I think that's, Gudra's, not Gudra form, but Gudra's Gudra. The Gudra. Oh, I was to say, no, I mean Pokemon frame rate on the 3DS is bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. They're pushing this port, I don't want to say they're pushing this game to the system to the limit, but you know. Reito beam. So reito is a really fun word, actually. It's kind of like freezing and stuff like that. Like you have our reizoko, which is like your refrigerator, right? So reito is like freezing, cold storage, refrigeration. So it's a refrigeration beam in a sense. Of course, in English, that's just translated as ice beam. So Kyukon wa Tomu no shiji o matte iru. So it's Kyukon is waiting for my instructions. It's a double up on reito beam. Make it really. Oh, you're so nice. I'm impressed that you're still going strong. I am trying. I think my big goal is to finish this game, and we're getting so close to the end. So. Kyukon wa level 38 ni agatta. So the level, like, Kyukon raised to level 38. 学習装置でそれぞれ経験値をもらった. So remember, それぞれ is kind of like respectively, individually kind of thing, each, every, either. So everybody, kind of like everyone individually or respectively got some keikenchi from that. どういうことだ? どういうことだ? So どういうこと? Literally, it's kind of like how would you say this thing kind of thing, like どういうことだ? But in actuality and practice, it's more of a like, what do you mean? What's happening here kind of thing. So どういうことだ? Like, what's going on kind of thing, or what do you mean by that? 友は賞金として3552円手に入れた. Numbers are still tough for me to say out loud. Okay. お前ら強いつもりだろうが、エーテルパラダイスはでかいぞ. So お前ら we've seen this so many times. Omae is just a very kind of rude way of saying you. Omae, it's literally like the one in front of me. Dara is like plural because he's talking about me and my Pokemon, and maybe even Hound Gradio because they're here with us, but they're not like here. And then Tsuoi Tsumori. So Tsuoi is strong. Tsumori is interesting, at least the way I learned it. My initial lessons were with the Nakama textbooks, and they used Tsumori as kind of like intention. You would use it at the end of your sentence, be like, I intend to do this. Like, you could say like ramen o taberu tsumori da, which is like I have an intent to eat ramen. I'm gonna eat ramen today, kind of thing. But in this case, he's using it more of like your conviction and your intent going forward. So tsuyoi tsumori da, darouga, like he's saying you've got strong will, you've got a strong conviction that's driving you forward. Is kind of what he's saying. Tsuyoi tsumori darouga. But he's like, the guy's kind of like, but, even though you have that, but, Aether Paradise wa dekkai zo. So dekkai is just like huge. So he's like, you've got strong convictions, but Aether Paradise is huge. So like, Aether Paradise is kind of bigger than your convictions can handle. どんなトレーナーだろうと追い返すよう言われてるのよ。So here we see it already, the だろうと. So どんなトレーナーだろうと. Remember, it's kind of similar to our demo. So どんなトレーナーだろうと. So it's like, what kind of trainers だろうと, regardless of which kind of trainers we're talking about, 追い返すよう言われてるのよ. So 追い返す is like chase and go back, so it's like to send away, to chase them off kind of thing. And then 言われてる is you to say 言われる to be said, like I was told kind of thing. So 追い返すよう言われてる is like I was told to do this thing. It's kind of the 要する to try to do something. So 追い返すよう言われてるのよ. I was told to chase them off. どんなトレーナーだろうと. So no matter what kind of trainer it is, no matter who it is, just send them off. I don't care. Fridge beam. Look at her just like sassy face. But now in battle it looks a little more just like tired. She's done. She's like, 疲れ様だな. Aura break. すべてのオーラを it's I missed it. It's like Hayatsu, isn't it? Something like that. It's like suppression. No, not back pressure. I missed it. I'd have to look at the kanji again. I just like blanked. Kawara wari. Remember, kawara is like our roof tiles, and wari is like to split, to break. So this is our brick break. 効果は抜群だ。やったね。やったね。ハーデリアは奮い立てる I think. 相手のハーデリアの攻撃が上がった。特攻が上がった。やったね。倒れた。ジガルでは多めに1091円経験値をもらった。ネオラントを繰り出そうとしている。What is that one? ネオラント。Oh, that's Lumineon. So we're gonna send out Pikachu. Are you really playing in Japanese? Yes, I am. I am playing in Japanese. That's what I'm doing here. 10万ボルト. So 10万ボルト. Sorry, I've said this for the past couple episodes, I guess, and haven't really explained it. 10万ボルト. Boruto is like bolt, obviously. So this is Thunderbolt in English. But 10万is, man is like 10,000, and then 10万 makes it like 100,000. So it's a 100,000 bolt. And it's just like our, like, you know, it's 100,000 volts. Like, you know, it's a big charge of electricity. That's really all there is to it, I guess. But it's like, it's just numbers. And I think it's Thunderbolt in English. Pretty sure. 1237経験値もらった。やったね。レベル38に上がった。やったね。力でおめでとう。エテル財団の職員との勝利に勝った。ちょっと強すぎて追い返すなんて無理無理。So ちょっと is like, like a little bit, like wait up, hold on. You know, wait a sec. And then 強すぎて. So remember we saw 強い earlier, which is like strong. 強いすぎて. 強すぎる is like too much, excessively. And remember, sugiru is kind of like to pass, to go beyond. So 強すぎて追い返すなんて. So like, and the te is kind of a comment. So it's like, you're too strong, comma. 追い返すなんて. So the 追い返す is still the like, to send away, to chase off kind of thing. And nante is really emphasizing it. To do this thing, to send you off. 追い返すなんて無理無理. So 無理 is of course like, it's no good, it's like unreasonable, impossible. Like, there's no way I can do it. And Moody, she's just, you know, no good kind of thing. Like, it's impossible. Too much. So if you're too strong, sending you away is impossible, is kind of what she's saying. 強すぎて追い返すなんて無理無理。賞金通して3505円手に入れた。Is that the same as last time? Brett saying, I started playing Heart Gold in Japanese and no kanji's hard to read sometimes. I wish I had kanji. Yes, thank you for agreeing with me. I am super on the kanji train. ザボのやつ、自分では戦おうとしないんだよね。So, ザボのやつ. Remember, Zalbo is our, he's the green Team Aether guy. And Yatsu is just like guy. So she's like, that guy Zalbo no yatsu. And then 自分では. So 自分で remembers on your own, by yourself kind of thing. 自分では戦おうとしない. Remember this おうとする? It's like to try to do something. So 戦おうとする is to try to fight. To try to attack. But this is しない. So it's like to not try. 戦おうとしないんだよね. 自分では. So she's like, on his own, he's not trying to do it himself, kind of thing. ザボのやつ自分では戦おうとしないんだよね。So he's not even trying to fight you on his own. He's not trying himself. He's relying on other people. So she's a little bitter, it seems. あんたが誰だろうがぶっ潰す。お金とかいろいろあるのよ。So あんたが remembers short for, or like kind of short for あなた you. あんたが誰だろうが. So 誰だろう is kind of our like who are you and 誰だろうがぶっ潰す. But she's kind of saying it doesn't matter. So this is kind of similar to the de aroto that we saw earlier, but don't take that too literally. Like 誰だろうがぶっ潰す. Like this is more of a who are you, but I'm gonna crush you anyways. Like I don't know. And butsubusu, yeah, it's our tsubusu is literally like to smash, and then remember we have the but before it, which is like short for utsu kind of thing. So it's the same kanji as utsu. Was there a special? Does it have its own thing too? Yeah, butsu. So it's butsu plus tsubusu. So it's like I'm gonna hit you and smash you. And then お金とかいろいろあるのよ. So お金とか, the とか is kind of like etc. and other things. So お金, money and other とか and other things. いろいろある. いろいろある. Which is like various things exist. Like you have a whole bunch of stuff like money and other things. And that's why I'm gonna smash you so I can get that good juicy stuff. Josh is asking, how long can you go playing a game like Pokemon in Japanese without having to refer to a dictionary for some words? That's a really interesting question, actually. And it kind of depends on how I'm feeling to a certain extent. I've gotten a lot better at it since playing this game and, like, examining everything, actually. Which has been really nice. I know before I played this game in Japanese, I played Pokemon X in Japanese on my own. And that actually took me quite a while, and I took a break in the middle, and during that break I was really studying kanji really hard, and doubling down on that stuff. And even just studying kanji, I came back to Pokemon X about halfway through it and realized a big jump in my ability to just kind of, you know, comprehend things. And even if it's a word I've never seen before, I understand, you know, 2/3 of the kanji in it or something like that, and I can get an idea for where it's going. And that also kind of leads me to my second point, is how strict am I being? So, aside from this game, I actually did recently play through Ultra Moon in Japanese just on my own, just kind of, playing around. And a lot of the dialogue is the same as this, so it was a little bit uncanny. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I've seen this before. But I beat that game already because I didn't have to wait for a kind of streaming schedule, and I wasn't trying to be perfect with it. And when you're not trying to be perfect with it, there are occasionally times where you're like, okay, I don't know all these words, but I get the gist of it. I get like 95% of it right now, so I can go on. But sometimes you do have to like pause and get a dictionary. So it really depends, like, do I need the dictionary to get through and know what's going on? Not all the time. Was there a word there that I needed to know? Yes, perhaps. It depends on how strict you're being and how dedicated you are. And I think that if you're really breaking it down, as I said earlier, you do get a lot more out of it if you're sitting down and actually like going through all this stuff. But there's also something to be said for just kind of processing it and learning to take context clues and figure out what meanings are independently, because you're not always going to have a dictionary if you're having, say, a conversation with a person. That person's going to get pretty fed up with you if you are stopping every 5 minutes to open up a dictionary. How long, though, can I last before I need to open up a dictionary? Like, before I have to find a word I don't know. It really depends on the game. For Pokemon, I'm trying to think. So if I went back to, like, this transcript, it's about a 6-page transcript. And there were... It's kind of hard because there's sometimes words where it's like, I know the word, like oikaesu. I was like, oh, I know what's going on there, but I would still look it up in the dictionary in preparation for this to make sure that I understood, like, all the intuition. Same with tsumori. As I said, like, I was very, very familiar with tsumori, but used in a different sense. So, that's a little different, too. Like, there's a fair amount of words that, like, I hadn't seen before in this. Like, I'm just kind of going... I have a list of words I had not seen before. 1, 2... 3 grammar points would make it 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 8, 9. And if we're getting generous, including things like I understood the meaning, but I wanted to double check it kind of thing, like we'll see that later on in the episode. It goes like, it's about 10 for like a 6-page script, so I'd say that's like, I could be going like any, like 5 to 10 minutes and I'll want to look something up in the dictionary, but a lot of those things are things where it's like I get the gist of it and I could have gone on and I would have understood what's going on still. So it really depends on how strict you're being with yourself. Shoukin ga. So shoukin is just like, our prize money. So she's like, that prize money, I didn't get it. Shoukin toshite 3,456 円手に入れた. If you actually a good idea, I don't know why I didn't say this first. If you want to see me, like, how much I need to look up in the dictionary all on my own, words I don't understand, is our Animal Crossing streams. Animal Crossing, I can't take transcripts beforehand, so it's like literally, that's just me booting it up and playing and going with whatever it gives me that day, so you can watch that, I guess. エーテルパラダイスにはいろんな顔を持つ人間がいるのさ. So, Aether Paradise Niwa. So, the Niwa kind of double thing. I usually gloss over this, but it's a little more important here. So, it's like, in Aether Paradise, the subject of the sentence, the subject is the subject of in Aether Paradise, if that makes sense. It's kind of double subject and position. いろんな顔を持つ人間がいる. So, 人間がいる is just like human beings. 人間 are there. いる. Right? But what kind of human beings are they? Well, we're modifying them with the verb motsu. And well, what are they holding? いろんな顔を持つ. So, いろんな顔 is like various kinds of faces, right? Various kinds of kao. And omotsu, they're holding these faces. They have these faces. So, like, what this person is saying is like, in Aether Paradise, there are all kinds of people, is kind of what she's saying. There's kinds of people who have all kinds of perspectives and things like that. There are people who have all kinds of points of view. Not everyone in Aether Paradise is the same. いろんな顔を持つ人間がいるのさ. So, that's that. Let's see. 侵入者に使われるポケモンがかわいそうだな. So, 侵入者に使われるポケモン. Let's just break that down. So, 使う is to use. 使われる is our kind of passive form to be used. So, the Pokemon that are used に by the shinyusa, by the intruder, right? Shinyusa ni tsukawareru Pokemon. The Pokemon used by the intruder got kawaisou da na. So kawaisou, you gotta be careful because it's not kawaii, like kawaii, like cute soul. It's kawaisou is more like pathetic or pitiful, but in this case it's more of a like he feels bad for the Pokemon. Like he's not saying your Pokemon are like pitiable and he's gonna crush them. He's like, oh no, it's so sad that you have all these Pokemon and you're such a mean guy, kind of thing. Yeah, no problem for answering the question. It was nice to have something to talk about during the battle. Sometimes I'm always like, oh, what am I going to talk about during the battles? It's kind of weird when you're here to do Japanese stuff. The battles, which is like what you're here... When you speak English, you're like, oh yeah, Pokemon battles, that's what I'm here for. But when you're here for the Japanese, like, oh man, I have to get through a battle before I get to more dialogue. Kotai modotte oide. Come back, itte oide, gaogaen. So go out. Go out. Itte oide. Kirisaku kougeki. So kirisaku, that's like a kiru, to cut, right? And saku, which is like kind of to tear in a sense. Where is it? I mean, it's also to cut up and to separate. Which one did they use though? Well, I guess it's a move, so it probably didn't use them. But it has this kind of like cut up, separate, spare time kind of thing, dividing and severing kind of thing. So kirisaku is just like slash, to cut off, to cut up, to tear into pieces. Yet again, that word's a great example of, if it were in kanji, how useful kanji can be in terms of interpreting things that you may not already know. Or like, but it's also just compound words, like, I knew kiru, I knew saku, and together kirisaku, it's like the meaning was like, oh yeah, I know that. So, and that goes back to, like, do I need dictionaries for things? Well, sometimes, because sometimes I like to look those words up because they have special connotations when you put them together that aren't immediately obvious, maybe. Vibrava. Vibrava. Oh, Vibrava. Vibrava. Pokemon no irekaeru. We're going to want to send out Q-Coin for this one. That's cool. They've all got the little the dragon types. It was the Gudra and Shogun and now Vibrava. Reto beam. Would you consider learning by doing the best method for grammar? Grabbing a game or manga and learning grammar when it shows up seems superior to learning from lists of examples to me. Yeah, Rockanex already answered this. When you have a base, maybe, but it's not as practical as having a teacher. I really, really value that I took classes before I started doing any of this. I took 2 years worth of classes at my college. And I just took those classes for fun. It wasn't my major or anything, and I didn't go to the upper end stuff. Like the advanced stuff. I kind of got to what they call the intermediate level. And using that as a... And even one of my teachers kind of answered this question. She was known as being like the anime teacher, which is really fun. Oh no, I missed what's going out. Wasibon, let's go. You know, what are you gonna... Like, having this base and having someone teach you the fundamentals in like a really structured way, and hopefully it's even a... Ideally, for those fundamentals, you've got a native speaker for you. It's invaluable, in my opinion. Like, I would not be where I am without my teachers, definitely, and I still think back to, like, my class notes and what I've learned in class, and I have all my class textbooks still, and I use them from time to time, because it's really useful. I don't know. I really like it, and having a teacher who you can ask questions to on the spot, just being like, how does this work, and they know how it works, is really, really useful. So that's kind of my take on it. And then the games and stuff is more of a... I mean, if you look at the early episodes, we don't bring this up a lot now, but a lot of it is the vocabulary and the grammar that you see in games is different than what you're going to see in textbooks, and it's different than what you're going to encounter in your day-to-day. So a lot of this channel kind of started as a, like, let's look at what's in games so that you can play games kind of thing. I want to play games, but my textbook isn't going to properly equip me for it. So it was kind of a bridge from textbooks to games, if that makes sense. And, I mean, there's a lot of overlap. Like, game Japanese is not different, or I shouldn't say... the Japanese that they're using in the games isn't exclusively used in games. Like, it is Japanese is Japanese, but it is stuff that you see more frequently in games. It's stuff that you would not necessarily see very often in day-to-day life or in a newspaper or something like that. So the vocabulary and grammar that you learn when playing games is different than the vocabulary and grammar that you learn when reading the newspaper or reading novels or things like that. So it's just all things to consider. I really value games as a way, games and manga and things like that. I really value them as ways to practice and keep up and expose yourself to new things. But I would never consider it to be the only thing that you should be studying with. I think it's a great supplement. That's probably the shortest way to say that. This is a question and answer episode. My goodness. 新入社のくせに大した腕前じゃないか? So, 新入社のくせに. Kuseni, we've seen this before. It's kind of like despite that. So, 新入社のくせに. So, it's kind of like despite being an invader. Yes, kusei is like habit, but it's it uses the kuseni. I wonder if it's, yeah, and yet it's listed differently in spite of. So, 新入社のくせに. So, it's like, even though you're an invader, 大した腕前じゃないか? So, udemae is like arms and in front. It's kind of like our display, our skill, our talent, ability, skill, facility. So, and taista, remember, taista mono is like a great thing, a significant thing. Taista udemae is like remarkable skill in a sense. Taista udemae janai ka? Like, don't you have the janai ka at the end? He's not saying you don't have skill. It's our, the ka. It's our hypothetical kind of rhetorical kind of like, even though you're an invader, you sure have a lot of skill, don't you? Kind of thing. 新入社のくせに大した腕前じゃないか? 賞金として。Oh, they're all doing the 3500, is it 500? 552円。2円。2円手に入れた。お前らが来てからなんだろう? パラダイスが物々しいのは。So, お前らが, so all of you guys, 来たからなんだろう? So it's like kita, like kuru, you came here, kita, past tense, you came here. Kara is like from there, nandaro, so it's like you came here, now what kind of thing. Paradaisu ga monomonoshii no wa. So monomonoshii, it's like a thingy thing, right? It's like imposing strict security kind of thing, showy, overdone. If you look it up on Jisho, they've got a lot more nuanced information on this word. And it's like kind of heavy security kind of idea, strict. So, the paradise, Aether paradise is not like, you don't just walk in here kind of thing. It's got strict security. So what you gonna do? There's a TM. Ooh. Uh-oh, did I talk to this guy before? Did I fight him? Paradise ni iru Pokemon ga anshin dekiru yo tatakawaneba. Oh, I did, okay. So, paradise ni iru Pokemon, the Pokemon that exist, iru, that are here, iru, in paradise. Paradise ni iru Pokemon ga anshin dekiru yo. So the yo in this case is like, in order to do this, for the sake of this kind of thing. So anshin dekiru yo. Anshin is, of course, like a relief, peace of mind kind of thing. So anshin dekiru, to be able to be relieved, to be able to be at peace of mind. Yo, in order for that, tatakawaneba. So tatakawaneba, it's a short for tatakawaneba ikenai, nararanai kind of thing. He's like, I must fight. So tatakawaneba on its own is like, if I fight, yeah, kind of thing. But it's short for I must do it kind of thing. So I gotta fight so that they can have peace of mind, all these Pokemon. Thank you, Arhenis, for catching that. I did not mention the no kuseni. So shinyusha no kuseni. It's a negative expression, like yeah, it's kind of expressing your disdain. Yeah. It's kind of similar to noni, but you're not happy about it. Okorizaru. It's like, oh, that's funny. Zaru is, of course, monkey, right? So zaru. And then okoru is like to get angry kind of thing, to get mad. So it's angry monkey. Original Gen 1 Pokemon have the best names, folks. Am I right? Wasibon. Wasibon no hoga ii ne. I learned a lot of key grammar from Game Grammar, especially from the Green playthrough. Yeah, we did try to focus a lot more on that back then too, but I don't feel comfortable with being what people would be like, oh yeah, this is a great beginner grammar source. Oh, he's faster too. Sumimasen. Oh! Tomo kanashimasu mai to. That's something I want to check in. I don't see, because I don't see that dialogue very often. The kanashimasemai, kanashimaseru would of course to like allow to get upset kind of thing, to allow to get angry, or not angry, to allow to get sad. And I think the mai, I think I've read it before as what is it? It's kind of like a or like shio kind of thing, but in a negative sense, like so that Tom does, like, in order so that Tom does not get sad, he hung on kind of thing. Don't quote me on that. It's like, I read it months ago, once. Pikachu no seidenki. Seidenki麻痺して技が出にくくなった. So seidenki, you remember, is like static electricity. Time for that Juman Boruto. For the 100,000 Naruto's kids. 相手の怒り猿は倒れた。ピカチュウは多めに1188経験値。88。Wow, everyone's just leveling up today, aren't they? 無念。やはり力がないとダメなのか。So, 無念 is, like, it literally means, like, regret. It's kind of his way of saying, like, darn kind of thing. Like, 無念, darn it. But can you imagine someone in English just, like, standing there after they got beaten? They're like, chagrin. Anyways, やはり力がないと. So, 力がないと is, 力がある is like, there is, like, you have strength. 力がない is you do not have strength, right? 力がないと, if you don't have strength, ダメなのか? ダメ is like, it's no good kind of thing. It's futile. All that good encouraging stuff. So like, if you don't have strength, there's no point to it. I can't do it. And なのか is kind of explanatory, like, it really is no use if you don't have the power. And やはり is kind of like, as I expected kind of thing, as I thought still. So he's like, やはり力がないとダメなのか? So it's like, that's right. If you don't have strength, it's no good. I can't do anything. Running. That's not the Pokeball I want. It's over here. I want this one. It's Doku. It's a toxic, because this is a great way to cheese your way through boss fights if you are not strong enough. And I certainly do not spend enough time leveling up these Pokemon. Special up を見つけた. I discovered a special up. Okay. Let's just get going then. Because we are running out of time. I've got to get going soon. How is that? Oh, is that Jokyo? I don't think I talked to Yahao yet last time. I think that's Jokyo. Yeah, Jokyo, state of affairs, yeah. Jokyo ga wakaranai yo. So he's like, I don't really understand what's going on, this state of affairs, this situation. なんでエーテル財団の人に襲われたの? So remember, this is osou is like to attack. And it's our passive form, which is osowareru, so to be attacked. And the ni is like who is doing it. So Aether Zaidan no hito, the people of Aether Foundation, ni osowareta, attacked by them. So nande, why are we being attacked by the people from Aether Foundation? I don't know what's going on. Kuki ga yodondeiru. Ore ga nantoka seneba na. So kuki is like a environment kind of thing, atmosphere. Yodonderu. Yodomu? To stagnate, to be stagnant, to settle, huh? Okay. To deposit. To be sluggish, to stammer, to stumble, to falter. Okay. So the air is kind of like, the air is still, the air is stagnant. Kuki ga yodondeiru. So yodomu becomes yodondeiru. It's our current, like, present tense. It is currently in this way. Ore ga nantoka seneba na. So seneba, remembers, are kind of a negative suru ba thing. It's like, ore ga nantoka seneba na. It's like, if I don't do something kind of thing. Nantoka seneba na. If I don't do something, it's going to be bad. So I must do something is what he's saying. How did I miss that the first time? I don't know. It's not in the transcript. Like, you can look. The transcript was what I thought all the dialogue was. Ma, so daro na. So he's like, so desu ne kind of thing. Yeah, that's right. That's how it seems. So daro na. He's like, that seems to be the case. Nani shiteru no? So like, what are you doing? 地下に降りられるのは、関係者のみのようだな。So 地下に降りる is to like descend to the underground. 地下 is underground. 降りる is to go down. So 地下に降りられる is to be able to go down. のは so and the no is kind of like turning into a noun, but it's also like the people who can. It's short for mono in a sense, like a person. So 地下に降りられるのは like those who can are able to descend. 関係者のみ. So 関係 remember is like like relation, like you have a connection to it, and 関係者 is just a person with a connection, a related person, a concerned person. It's your business kind of thing. 関係者のみ. Remember, のみ we've seen a couple of times before. It's like only these people. It's kind of like だけ. 関係者だけのよ. 関係者のみのよ. And yours seems, so it's like 関係者のみ, only people who are related to it, のようだな. This yo at the end is kind of like, it seems to be the case. Like, this is how it seems. So, it seems that the only people who can go downstairs, or go to the underground, are, like, related people, or connected people. People who have business there, kind of thing. Sorry, I was reading the chat. It's just people talking about Gyakuten Saiban. I've never played one of those games before. They sound fun, though. 分かっていたが、かなり来るもんだな. So 分かっていた. I already said 分かっている. 分かる is to understand something. 分かっている is to currently understand something. 分かっていた is like I got it kind of thing. Like in the past I knew it. I knew it, but かなり来るもんだな. So this is something where I'm like, I have no idea what this is. I was trying. I'm sorry, everyone. I feel like I failed everybody. Kanari is, of course, like, considerably. And kuru, it might be to come. I don't know. I couldn't find, like, out why he put kuru into hiragana like this, or katakana like this. The mon at the end usually kind of like adds a justification for something. I tried Googling this as like a whole set phrase. I was like, maybe it's a specific phrase. And it just gave me the Digimon Kurumon from Digimon Tamers, which was like, of course. So I'm not exactly sure what he's saying here. If you have a better idea, as I said, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. So like, let me know in the chat if you know what's going on, or let me know in a comment. Look in the comments below if you want a description of this one. This is one of those cases where I looked into it, and sometimes it happens. You look into it and you try to figure it out, and you kind of make a guess, and then you go on with your life in a sense. You can either spend 2 hours trying to learn this one thing, or you can spend those 2 hours learning 5 different things. So, you gotta pick your battles at some point. I'm taking this as like a kuru, like he came here. Like, we really did, like, come here, and this is a big place kind of thing, and this is a lot to deal with. But it's a bad line. What was it? I did look into, or I said I did not look into, Arhenis looked into the English localization, and in this spot he says, like, but still, like, yeah, we can't, only related people can go down, but still. I don't know how that's affiliated with it. And he's shikatanai agaru. So shikatanai, remember, is one of our great Japanese phrases that pops up so much. Shikata is like way to do it, and nai is there is like to not be. It's like, there's no way to do it. There's nothing you can do about it. It can't be helped. It's inevitable. It's no use. So he's like, like, there's nothing else to do kind of sense. Shikatanai agaru. Agaru. So earlier we saw oriru, which was like to descend. Agaru is to go up. It's like, shikatanai agaru zo. So it's like, nothing else we can do. Let's go up. Just imagine if it was a typo and then you spent hours researching it. Don't even joke, I've done that before. Like, don't even joke. It happened in this episode too, actually, but that was a different thing. Zalbo, we finally found him. He's our green guy. Aether 財団の支部長といえば. So, Aether 財団, our Aether Foundation, no shibucho, this is our like a branch chief. Shibu is like our branch subdivision. といえば, so like if you're called that, という, to be called, you know, といえば, 世界にただ一人. So, ただ is like just 一人, ただ一人 is like there is only one kind of thing. There is but one. Like it's really, there is just one person. 世界に, in the whole world, 世界にただ一人. このザオボだけでございます. So, このザオボ, he's talking about himself, like, one, if you call yourself by your name, but two, if you're saying このザオボ, he's like super pompous right now. In dake is like, it is just me kind of thing. でございます. でござる, remember, is like just to be. It's kind of saying like this, but more honorific and polite. He's really pushing himself up here on, like, he is elevating himself right now, which is very rude. おやおや、まだ言っていないのに、またいらしたのですか? So, おやおや is kind of like, oh, hey, hey, kind of thing. Oh my, oh my. まだ言っていない. So, 招く is, like, 招き猫, you know? 招く, it's like to wave, to beckon, to invite someone. まだ言っていない is to not be invited, and the noni is despite. So, it's like, despite not being invited, まだ言っていないのに、またいらした? またいらす, remember, いらっしゃる is like to be more polite yet again. So, また is again. So, またいらした? You are here again. のですか? The のですか is kind of like asking. He's like, のですか? いらしたのですか? 言わなくとも、要件は分かっているのよな. So, 言わなくとも, this is our kind of 言わなくても, 言わなくとも, even if I don't say it, 言わない. You becomes 言わない to not say 言わないなくても, like even if I do not say it. 要件 is like errand or business kind of thing. 要件は分かっているよな. It's like 分かる, you know, we talked about this, becomes 分かっている to currently understand. Like, you know what we're here for, right? Even without saying it, you know what we're here for, right? ザオボともあろう人なら. So this is, yet again, back to the beginning episode, I talked about this. Tomoaro, you're kind of elevating. Zaobo tomoaro o hito nara. So if you're a person who it calls him, like, who regards himself as Zaobo kind of thing, for the great Zaobo kind of thing. You know, and therefore he's kind of setting up, if you really are a person who is, like, worthy of being Zaobo, then you should know this already. You know why we're here. Otherwise, you're pretty miserable at being yourself, in a sense. Zaobo tomoaro hito nara. Hihihi. Grazio-sama, seken ni momareta you desu ne. So, Grazio-sama, of course, is just like Lord Gladio kind of thing. Seken is just society, world. We see that. This kanji a lot. And then momareta. So momareta is coming from momu, which is going to be like to rub or to crumple up. But this is something where it's like, I think it's like the 7th listed thing on Jisho, is like to have experiences in the world, right? So seken ni momu is like to have experiences in the world. Momareta is like our passive, like the world trained you and gave you these experiences kind of thing. You were experienced by the world. 世間に揉まれたようですね. In this yo yet again, it's like it seems to be the case, right? It seems like you have learned a lot, but you've been taught a lot by the world. Grazio-sama, 世間に揉まれたようですね. ですが, however, 教えられません. So, 教え is to teach someone, to tell someone kind of thing. 教えられる is to be able to teach someone. 教えられない, 教えられません is to not be able to tell you. So, ですが、教えられません. But I can't tell you. I cannot teach you. あなたともあろう方なら. So he's flipping that tomoaro back at us. It's kind of like, for ones such as yourselves, like for people, okata, which is it's a polite way to say person, kata. So for people such as yourselves kind of thing, あなたともあろう方なら, if that's the case, 理由はわかっていますよね. So Ryu is like a reason, justification kind of thing. 理由はわかっていますよね. You understand the reason, surely, because you are people such as yourselves and not lower people kind of thing. あなたともあろう方なら、理由はわかっていますよね. Tomu. Sorry, I was reading the chat for a bit. It's just people who are like, discover your channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I love it when people discover the channel. ポケモン勝負の前では大人も子供も無関係だ. So remember, 関係 we saw earlier is like relation. And 無 is like not. So 無関係 is like there is no relation, right? 大人も adults as well. 子供も kids as well. 無関係だ. Like it doesn't matter. So what he's saying here is like it doesn't matter if you're a kid or an adult. ポケモン勝負の前では. So it's literally like in front of a Pokemon battle, like Pokemon Shobu no Mae de, like in front of a Pokemon battle, it doesn't matter if you're an adult or a kid. He's just speaking, like, what is the word? I lost the English word for this right now. But he's not being literal. Like, I mean, I guess you could think of it as literal, but like, I think like standing in front of a Pokemon battle, faced with this thing that you have to take care of, it doesn't matter if a kid's taking care of it or an adult's taking care of it. It just matters if you're capable, right? 大人も子供も無関係だ. そうですか, そうですか. So he's like, it's kind of like, and then そうですか is like, oh, I see, I see. エーテルパラダイス最後の砦と呼ばれる. So, this is his thing. We've seen this last time we saw him. 最後の砦. Toride is like fortress. Saigo is like the final kind of thing, utmost in a sense. So yeah, last end. So 最後の砦と呼ばれる. So 呼ぶ is to call, と呼ばれる is to be called. So the one, it's kind of like the one who is called the final fortress of Aether Paradise. この支部長ザオボにお子様の相手をしろと So it's 呼ばれるこの支部長ザオボ. So this branch chief Zaobo, who is called the final fortress kind of thing, に okosama no aite. So aite remembers opponent. Okosama no aite, the opponent of these children, oshiroto. And remember, shiroto is it's kind of similar to our shiyo tosuru kind of thing, where it's like you try to do it. Shiroto is a little more like forceful. They're like, you're like challenging me in a battle, is kind of what he's saying. I am being challenged to battle by these kids. Yoroshii desu yo? Like, that's good, kind of thing. Aether 支部長のザオボーが勝負を仕掛けてかた. Oh yeah, Gine is in the chat kind of talking about the Kurumon, because that is something that's worth like thinking about. Questions about like, you know, is it like Kuru, like to come, and I'm still not sold on that. I don't know. It could be. I'm not sold on it. But he's also the mono or mon is a particle used to express reason or dissatisfaction. Yeah, and that is there with it too. I don't know. I just as I said, I spent a while thinking about it, and I kind of chased myself around in circles, and I'm at the point where I'm just kind of like, I don't know right now. I'll find out eventually, I guess. Kanashibari. Kanashibari, this is like, to tie up, to disable someone. Binding hand and foot. Yeah, kanashibari. Okay, let's send out Galgain. 戻っておいで。トムの掛け声に合わせて。So 掛け声 is like your koe, your voice. So I know it was on screen for like a second, but I kind of get into these things. Koe's your voice, and kakeru is like you're throwing it out there, you're putting it out. So kakekoi is just like your shout. So Tomu no kakekoi is like Tom's scream, Tom's shout. He's responding to that. Oh, shoot. I meant to hit Tirirariato. Oh well. Yuramitsugeru, you know, that's our leader. 防御が下がった催眠術. Saiminjutsu is like hypnotic arts kind of thing, like sleeping arts. Saimin is just like hypnotism, and jutsu is like jutsu is just like techniques and arts and things like that. I'm sorry. But now I'm asleep because I hit the wrong button. How great. Gugu netteru. Munya munya. He's fast asleep. Zzz. Akumu kogeki. Akumu. Isn't that probably a dream eater? Or bad dreams? Bad dreams. Because it's like Aku and Mu. Yeah, nightmare, bad dream. 悪夢に something. 金縛り So this is gonna be for a Niramitsukeru, right? Yeah. Fujikometa? I think it said. Fujikometa, I think. Sometimes when it goes by quick, I don't always get it. But Fujikomeru be like, maybe it wasn't. It was definitely was it Fuji? It was something with sealed. I don't know. I missed it. That's like sometimes you have to like go back and pause the video and look at all this kind of stuff. If I can look at the kanji. Sudeni nimutteru. Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. Let me wake up. Meo samashita. Yatta ne. I woke up. My eyes opened. Aite no sleeper wa tawareta. Jutsu is not the only word Naruto shares with Pokemon. There's also Kage Bunshin. Thank you, Arhanis. I appreciate that. Yai! He's like, ooh. 賞金として、9360円手に入れた。Oh, he's just so like, なんということでしょこの私がお子様相手に。So, なんということ。This is kind of similar to our どういうこと that we saw earlier in the episode, where it's kind of like, what do you mean, what is happening kind of thing. なんということ is literally like, what do you call this thing, right? What is this thing called? And he's talking about this thing is the situation. Like, what kind of situation is this? なんということでしょWhat's happening here? この私 this me がお子様相手に as an opponent, like to the opponents of as kids kind of thing, to those kids. How could I lose to those kids is what he's saying. この私お子様相手に and トムすげえザオボさんも強いのに So, noni we talked about earlier is kind of like despite. So despite that Zaobo-san mo, Zaobo as well, Tsuyoi noni is strong as, like, despite that he's strong as well. Tomusuge, you're really cool. Zaobo tomoaro hito nara, gyoken wa katte imasu yo ne. So for a person like Zaobo, he knows what's up kind of thing. He knows our business and our errands here. He knows what we're all about. 皮肉が言えるほど世間に揉まれましたか So 皮肉 is like it kind of means sarcasm, but it's also like cynicism and stuff like that. And 言えるほど is like so much that he can speak like he can talk cynically kind of thing. 皮肉が言えるほど so much that he can talk cynically. What? 世間に揉まれました He was taught by the world. So, you know, you learn so much out there in that world that now you can speak so cynically kind of thing. And with sarcasm in your voice. コスモグとやらがいるとしたら、地下かもしれませんがね。So, コスモグとやらが、so the, とやら is like, and things like that, and people like that kind of thing. So, コスモグとやらがいるとしたら, this としたら is kind of interesting that he uses it here because it's like, if it's the case, like, if we're assuming that that Cosmog and company are here, kind of thing, コスモグとやらがいるとしたら、地下かもしれませんがね。So, 地下かもしれません。かもしれません is, of course, like, かもしれない, perhaps kind of thing. Like, maybe that might be it. And chikas, of course, are underground. So he was saying it's like, if they're here, hypothetically, then maybe they'd be in the underground, right? コスモグとやらがいるとしたら、地下かもしれませんがね。地下、そういや、この前、ビッケさんに言ってたっけ So, 地下 underground, そういや. So, you know, he's like, yeah, no, that's no good. この前, like, this この前 is not like literally like in front of, he's talking about like last time we were here. この前, last time, ビッケさんに言ってたっけビッケさん said something about that kind of thing. 揺れたのは地下でしょうかって So, yureta no wa, the thing that was shaking, yureru is to shake. Yureta no wa, the thing that shook, chika desho ka? Te. The te's, all these te's are like quotes, right? So, chika desho ka? Te. It's like she said, it's probably the underground, right? Ne ne, nani shiteru no? Hey, what are we doing? What's going on? What are you doing? Sa, watashi wa desu ne. This is like such a this is such a sentence. It's like, oh, the subject is me, isn't it? But it's more like oh, well, for me, all I know kind of thing. For me, 世界を切り焼く実験とだけ. So, 世界を切り焼く. Remember, kiri is our like cut, and aku in this case is open. So, 切り焼く. That's not what I wanted. Oh well. But it's like to open up, and jikken is like experiment. So, 世界を切り焼く実験 is an experiment to open up the world とだけ聞かされておるのです。はい。So, 聞かされて, you know, that's yet again, 聞く to hear. 聞かされる is, our, it's, or like passive form kind of thing. So he's, you know, that's, oh, this was all I was heard, I heard this kind of thing. This is all I heard. Teoru is currently, this is all I've heard currently, is that it's this experiment to open up the world. Kikasarete oru no desu. Hai. And he's just like confirming, yes, that's all for me. That's all for me. And, oh, I think this is, I thought, soyeba. Oh, that would work too. So yeah, I was kind of thinking of him being like, yeah, no way, going back to Howe's line a little bit ago. Not sure if I'm right. That'd be interesting to check it out a little more. It was one of those lines, sometimes when I get to the end of an episode, I'm kind of like, I'm done. Sorry about that. 急いでもらえるとありがたいのだがな、ザオボ. So, 急いでもらえると is, 急ぐ is like to hurry up. So, 急いでもらえる is to, like, if we could receive you going faster kind of thing. If we could receive you hurrying up. 急いでもらえるとありがたい. We would be thankful. のだがな、ザオボ. So the no da ga na is just like explaining stuff and stuff like that. He's like, this is explanatory. So he's like, could you hurry up a little bit, please? Like, cut all this wishy-washy stuff. Hai, yes, yes. これは私部長である私の優しさのなさる技ですよ. So これは this is what, like, you can break the sentence down to これは技です. Like this is a move, right? But it's so much more than just a move technique kind of thing. It's so much more than just a technique. It's 支部長である私, the me who is a branch chief. No, and it's mine. No 優しさ, my kindness. No なせる技, like the move that my kindness does. The me who is a branch chief, like he's just dressing it up so much. He's like, yes, me as a branch chief, and with all my kindness, this is the move that I shall perform for you, kind of thing. And he just is gonna turn on the elevator for us because he's really helpful like that. トム、準備ができたら降りる. So if the できたら, remember できる is to be able to do. できたら is like if you're able to do. So 準備ができたら, sorry, I said to be able to do, but in this situation, it's more of a, like, if you're prepared, if it has been done, kind of thing. So, 準備ができたら降りる. So, if your preparations are done, like, if you've got it under control, we're going down, we're descending. But I'm actually gonna pause and save that for next time, because this is a, 準備ができたか? We're able to do your stuff? Yeah. あまり待たせないでくれ. So, 待たせないでくれ. Sorry. It's getting late, so we gotta cut this out. Mataseru is, of course, to cause someone to wait. Matasenai de. When you have this, so this is our te form. Like, matte kure is like, please wait for me, right? This is, so, matanai de kure would be, please don't wait kind of thing. Matasenai de kure is, please do not make us wait for you, right? Like, we're trying to hurry up here, so don't dawdle too long is kind of what he's going on. So, hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to save here, pause here, save it for next time. Thank you all so much for coming around. I know there's like a lot of kind of crazy stuff in this episode with our like N1 grammar and things like that. I guess maybe I'll add the links to these in the show description. It's just jlptsensei.com. I haven't looked totally into their website, so I don't want to be like, oh, this is a great website, because I just don't know. I'm a little uncomfortable, but I like these 2 pages. Like, they have a description, they have some examples, and there's even buttons where you can, like, hide the English. I don't know what the hints do. Oh, okay. Hint, like, dono ga ikakute mo for de aroto. So, if these helped you, let me know. I just thought it was something worth trying out. So, let me know if you liked it or not. Sorry about the things in this episode that I was just like shrugging emoji, I guess. It's just my life right now. It's just our lives. But we're going to come back and we're going to break through even more of this stuff. And after that, so we've only got 1 island left in this game, which is really exciting. Like, we are getting close to the end here. So I'm super stoked. I'm super excited. Keep practicing. Check out that transcript. You know, tear it apart, chew on it a little bit, think about it a little bit. And keep on practicing Japanese until next time. So, mata ne. Thank you, everybody.